What is going on, guys? My name is Deezo and welcome back. Episode number 8 of the Arizona Diamondbacks franchise here in MLB The Show 20, and buckle up. It's going to be an action-packed 16-17 minutes, whatever this video ends up being, and very important for the franchise as well. We are a half game back of first place. There is a first place tie between the Padres and the Dodgers. The Dodgers, like I said, coming out of nowhere, doing what they need to do to get back into this race. And the Diamondbacks, 29-24 so far on the season. Not bad, not great. Cole Calhoun back for us as well. Drew Pomeranz going to be on the mound, so that was a bit of a surprise hopping into this one, but he's handling the first part of the game so far, as that cut fastball gets David Peralta. Luke Weaver on the mound for the Diamondbacks here today, as he gets his second strikeout in just 9 pitches, gets 2 outs. Tommy Pham is batting .387, batting .465 in the last 10 games, but here he just pops out to Cole Calhoun in right field. Both teams go down 1-2-3. Here we go, bottom of the 4th inning though. Pham gonna put this one down the third baseline. Escobar can't get that, and then David Peralta has some problems with it up against the wall. Would have been a double either way, so no harm done there. Nick Ahmed gets that one back in. Fernando Tatis, he's doing pretty well so far this season, but not here, as he takes a fastball on the inside part of the plate for strike 3, the 7th K of the game for Weaver. Eric Hosmer now, as this ball is going to be in the dirt. The changeup bounces, and Pham's able to move over to third base. Scored a wild pitch, as you would expect, and now in a 2-2 count against Hosmer, another changeup in the dirt, this time able to control it, get that throw down to Walker at first base, and Pham does not move. Manny Machado, no home runs on the season, as he's going to go down 0-2 on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball. The cut fastball on the outside at 87 does what it needs to do, and Luke Weaver is very pumped up about leaving the runner stranded after Pham had a very nice hit down the third baseline. And Luke Weaver pitching a very solid game so far. Padres going to go to their bullpen here in the top of the 6th. Ketel Marte going to get to bat with 1 out, 1 run on against Matt Strahm. 11 pitches into this at-bat already. 0-2 or 0-1 for Ketel Marte. He's going to put this one up. Will Myers going to just take a nice little stroll in the outfield. Not going to be deep enough to advance the runner from first base. David Peralta, he had a strikeout in the first. He flied out in the 4th inning, as this is going to be hit over to Myers as well, so he will range to the opposite direction there and retire the side. John Duplantier still in for the bottom of the 9th. He came in the 7th and or in the 8th, and doing so far so good, but there's an 0-2 count and a ball hit right back up the middle. So now the leadoff single in the bottom of the 9th, not exactly what you want to be doing. And I wanted to give Duplantier enough time to kind of see what he's going to be able to do, especially if we're going to be able to move him into a starting rotation spot. But Fernando Tatis, 0 for 3, maybe a little frustrated. He bunts at the first one, fouls that ball back, and he will continue to do that, as it's going to be played down the first baseline. A very awkward play between the pitcher and Christian Walker there. Fernando Tatis does what he needs to do. Runners on first and second now here in the bottom of the 9th. That'll bring up Manny Machado, who hits this into center field, and that will load the bases with only 1 out. Starling Marte doesn't want to dive for this one, as looked like he could have had a shot potentially if he would have dove, but decided not to. So Diamondbacks going to their bench for a pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 9th. Juan Lagares, bases loaded, 1 out. The drag bunt into no man's land. Ketel Marte, no play, doesn't matter. Pham comes across to score, and that will be how the Padres are going to be able to take game number 1. We're going to head straight into game number 2. Lamet going to be on the mound for the Padres. He hasn't pitched too well this year. He does have an ERA under 4, As just as I say that, Starling Marte has a triple and then a sac fly will bring him home. Diamondbacks take an early first inning 1-0 lead as the quick manage finally makes it into a video here. Corbin Martin actually got the start in today's game. He had been pitching well in the bullpen, so I decided might as well just go ahead and give him a quick start. Give the starters a little bit of a rest as well. He will go ahead and walk Pham, who then steals. Tatis walks, then Hosmer walks. So here we go, Manny Machado. He's going to take the K, but Mejia is going to go ahead and get the single, tie things up. 1 run, 1 hit all across the board here in the top of the 5th. And Grisham going to go ahead. He's going to get a single. He's going to move over to second base, but no harm done there. As the Diamondbacks really, the bats have been so inconsistent. Some of the games we have 15 hits, some of the games we have 2 to 3 hits. Home runs have been very sporadic as well. These are things that we need to kind of figure out as the season rolls on, as Will Myers gets a double. But Tyler Higgins is going to come in the top of the 8th inning to face Cole Calhoun in the 7th spot, seeing if he can get anything started for the Diamondbacks late in game number 2. So here we go. The pitch is going to be a curveball on the inside, and Cole Calhoun keeps his hands in, turns on this one, puts it up against the wall. Will Myers can't get there, and that will be a nice leadoff double for Cole Calhoun, who since coming back from injury has been playing pretty well, but he's not the speediest guy on the roster, that is for sure. That goes to this guy, Tim LeCastro. He's going to go ahead and be the pinch runner, as Jake Lamb now will come in the 9th spot, get a chance to bat 0-2 count, and that's a nasty changeup. The bottom just drops out of that. There's not a hole in your bat, buddy. That was just a nasty pitch. Starling Marte now, 2 outs. That's not going to do it, as Manny Machado will handle that, and that will go ahead and end the top of the 8th inning. Merrill Kelly now on the mound for the Diamondbacks here in the bottom of the 8th, facing Eric Hosmer. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Hos, who is already 0 for 2. And he's going to chop this one foul, and Escobar cannot get there in time, so the count will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. We move now to full count against Hosmer, and that's going to be a line shot. That was a very long at bat for both Kelly and Hosmer, and it just ends not exactly the way the Diamondbacks want to. Manny Machado now, he's going to go ahead and reach outside the zone, and Starling Marte doesn't want to dive, doesn't want to get the jersey dirty. So runners on first and second now, and if you look at this cutter just way outside the zone, Manny Machado just puts the bat on the ball, trying to make a play for the Padres. So Mejia up again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Couldn't do anything with that fastball up and in. That will go ahead and end the inning, as Kelly will leave them stranded. Matt Strahm coming out again here to face David Peralta in the top of the 9th. This is going to be a chopper backup. Should be a pretty routine play, but the freight train beats it out and gets on first base. Now, looking at this play again, this was a lot more of a difficult play than at first glance. So it's going to be a chopper back towards the mound, back behind second base. Fernando Tatis has to grab that, set his feet, and then throw. And his momentum just took him away from the bag towards the play, I guess, towards into center field, as this will be another shot. Ketel Marte grounds into a double, his 3rd ground in double play here in the series so far. That'll bring up Eduardo Escobar 0 for 3 on an 0-2 count. Nasty curveball by Strahm will end the top of the 9th inning. Padres now trying to get something started here. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, popped into foul territory, and Myers cannot extend the inning. So we will go to extras here in game number 2. Walker, Vogt, Castro due up. Andres Munoz coming out of the bullpen for the Padres, 10.13 ERA. Christian Walker now He's going to hit this one right over to Fernando Tatis, who has trouble with it, does not make the throw. So he's had a rough couple innings so far, as that will be a base hit as well. Stephen Vogt now 3 balls, 1 strike. The veteran does what he needs to do to get on base. Next man up situation here for the Diamondbacks is trying to make something happen. Tim LaCastro now. We need this speed on base as well. Full count. Munoz delivers, and that's going to be 1-0-2 on the gun, and that gets the strikeout. So here we go. Nick Ahmed. He's going to chop this one right back up, and Fernando Tatis Jr. has problems with that as well. That will be scored an E6, bases loaded with 1 out. Josh Rojas now 2 balls, 2 strikes, another 102 mile an hour fastball. He could just not catch up with that on the inside part of the plate. And then 0-1 count here to Starling Marte, bases loaded, 2 outs. And that's going to be exactly what the Diamondbacks need, as this ball gets down into right center all the way up against the wall. 1 comes in, 2 runs come in, 3-run double here in the top of the 10th for Starling Marte, his 12th double of the season. So bring in Archie Bradley. We got to go with the beard here. He did get into some trouble, as this will be chopped back to the mound, and they will only get 1 out. So runners now on the corners with 2 outs, and Archie Bradley gonna have to make this happen if the Diamondbacks want to at least get a shot at winning this series still. So Juan Lagares comes back up. 100 mile an hour fastball up in the zone. You can't really bunt that one, can you, bud? And pitch number 2, a 98 mile an hour fastball, and Lagares able to not catch up to that 99 mile an hour fastball. I was gonna say he was able to even up the score 2-2, but yeah, Archie Bradley gonna go ahead and get that one. So the Diamondbacks take 1 out of the first 2, and so we head to the rubber match, game number 3. Very important series, very important game. Joey Lucchesi on the mound for the Padres, going up against Eduardo Escobar. 38 RBIs, 4th in the National League so far, but he can't catch up with that nasty changeup, as he will go ahead and end the top of the first inning. Madison Bumgarner, the ace of this Diamondback staff, he's been pitching very well. We haven't really featured him here so far, but I wanted to catch at least the first inning of this one, as he will go ahead and get Will Myers to pop up to Rojas and left, who has given David Peralta a bit of a day off. So here we go. Greg Garcia now, he has a full count with 1 out. He's going to chop this down the line to Christian Walker, who's just going to step on the bag for out number 2. And here we go. Madison Bumgarner against Manny Machado, batting 3rd today. He's going to break his bat, and that will be the end of the first inning. Both teams go down 1-2-3. Dalton Varsho actually got a call up because Kelly had pulled his back muscle in pregame warmups for game number 2, so I decided to bring him up. But he's going to have to wait, because that 75 mile an hour changeup is going to sit him down. So no first hit in the franchise for arguably one of the better players we have down in AAA. So here we go. Top of the 4th, Diamondbacks trying to make something happen. Bumgarner up to bat. Can he do it? And he can. There we go. The Diamondbacks go ahead and take a 2-0 lead on 6 hits so far here in the 4th inning. So going through this series, going through the last couple of games, it seems like the Diamondbacks bats are either there 100% and we're hitting home runs and we're getting triples and we're clearing bases, drawing walks, doing everything we need to do, or we're just not, or we're having major problems. And this game, while we seem to be getting hits in game number 3, overall for the series, very poor performance for the bats for the Diamondbacks. So Ketel Marte here, top of the 7th, going up against a very good pitcher, a veteran in Kirby Yates. 3-1 count to Ketel Marte. He will go ahead and take the walk as a fastball misses low and inside, loads the bases up, and the Diamondbacks already dealing with a 2-0 lead. Starling Marte, can he do it again? He cannot. That's going to be chopped over to Machado, who will turn to the run, will come across the score, and a runner advances over to third. But the damage so far, a lot less than what it could have been. Yates now trying to get out of the inning against Christian Walker. The splitter down in the zone. It gets the swing through, and we're going to go bottom of the 9th inning. So 3-1 here for Archie Bradley. 14 pitches into this one. Seeing if he can put down Jerickson Profile, and that's a 98-mile-an-hour fastball down in the zone. The 0-1 count now. This is going to be popped up into center field. Starling Marte doesn't have to worry about getting his jersey dirty there. He makes the catch, and the Diamondbacks take 2 out of 3 for this series. So very important series, like I said, and we were able to go ahead and take the games we needed. So here we go. The updated league here in the NL West. The Dodgers on top. Diamondbacks a game and a half back. The Padres 2 games back. And the next episode is going to be the draft. So we're going to be simming ahead until the draft. It's already done. It's ready to go. I'm stoked for it. Very, very, very important part of building this franchise up. So if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit this with a like. If you want more Arizona Diamondbacks franchise, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys later.